What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Force here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some multiplayer in Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013. I am up against Megatron Vomit, whatever the hell that means, and this is not the greatest starting hand, so let's draw a new one. I guess this is a little bit better. Alright, kind of a weird opening, but whatever. I'm going to be playing the blue deck Crosswinds today. Looks like Megatron's playing the blue deck as well, and it is the same deck, so this should be pretty interesting. We'll see how we fare against each other here. I can open up with a sleight of hand, which I will. And let's see. I like the Archaeomancer a lot. Just hope I draw into some more mana. I need to be hitting at least one more mana. This is going to be a really interesting matchup here. I'm actually excited that there's a mirror matchup. Place of favorable winds. Creatures with flying that he controls get +1/+1. I've got that card too, though, so. And I'm actually going to open up now with a Fog Bank, so that if he does get a flying creature in play, I can block it. And Fog Bank takes no combat damage. It's a flying wall. I'll show you what's in my hand, by the way. Archaeomancer, I can return an instant or sorcery card from my graveyard once it comes into play. Got one of those. He just played a Fog Bank as well. Got a mana leak, counter target spell unless the opponent pays 3. I've got 2 Time Warps. Time Warps are pretty huge here, and they're going to play a big role in this game, I think. Alright, so I could play the favorable winds, right? Or I could just save for some counter spells, which I think I'm going to be doing. So I'm not going to bother playing this right now. It doesn't really do much for me. He can't attack me yet still, so I'm just going to save my mana, save for some counter spells, play the favorable winds once it makes sense, which again it doesn't really right now. Let's mana leak that one. No, let's just go with the cancel. Just in case I need to use the mana leak later. You know, because it costs less, so I have a better chance to use it and still do something the turn before kind of deal there. Let's hope for another, yes, there we go, another island. Oh, beautiful. And we could Archaeomancer right now and get one of those back, but I think I'm just going to hold off for now on that card. I am going to play the favorable winds, and I can still mana leak next turn. Now, if I draw into another island, I can go ahead and get a Time Warp down, which would be good. The best way to use Time Warp will be for a second, get another turn to attack. I'm gonna mana leak that. I don't want him to get those 2/2 flyings into play. This is huge. He is down to 1 card in his hand. So this is big. We're both at 20 life. You know, anything can go still. The game is certainly not over. So the question now is, do I save the Time Warp for a attacking phase in the future? And I think I really probably should. Yeah, I think I should save it for the future for when I can attack. The Archaeomancer I could do right now. I could get my mana leak back, or I could get the cancel back, which cancel would probably be a bit better. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, he is really best served, in all honesty, for taking back huge things like a Time Warp. But, in fact, that's probably what I should have done. Oh well. I should have played a Time Warp and then played him the turn after. Megatron's down to 1 card in hand. The question is, what is it? Is it a counterspell? What does he have? That's the question. I mean, I'm not going to be able to do much anytime soon anyway, so Megatron does nothing, so he might have a counterspell in hand. It is certainly possible. I want to wait. I'm not going to do that yet. So we're gonna pass the turn back to him. Got my cancel ready to go. Just holding on to these. He's got all of his mana untapped. I don't necessarily want him to have a free counterspell against one of my Time Warps. That'd be pretty devastating. Why didn't I attack? He could just block and it'd be pointless. Alright. So we got this. Target creature gets -5/-0 until end of turn. That's not bad. Doesn't do me much good at this very moment, though. I'm gonna say go again. Pass the turn. Playing Ring Around the Rosie with this guy here. Keeping that cancel close to my chest. Looks like he drew into a non-mana card, or else he likely would have just played it. Okay. So this is pretty big. If I can get this through here. Flow of ideas. Draw a card for each island you control. That's pretty big. I kind of just want to wait for his... I'm just gonna see. No, he must have a counterspell in his hand. He has to. I guess this will be the test, right? All right, let's see. He has to. Yeah, he's got one. All right, so he's gonna counter it. I expected that. All right. It was a risk. It was a gamble. I still have one in hand, though. And this is what I really need to get through. Like, getting this in play would be huge. Fill my hand up. What does he have, though? That's the real question here. Right of Replication. Doesn't... you know, I could get something back with that. I'm gonna try to throw down a Time Warp again. Actually, I could just write a Replication to get my Time Warp back, but that doesn't really do me much. I'm gonna try to do a Time Warp again. Now, if he counters it with this one last card in hand, this is I don't care so much about the Time Warp as I do about getting this flow of ideas through. I need to draw a ton of cards. So if I can get him to blow a counterspell, then, you know. Or I could just hold on right now. Or I could just hold back for another turn. He's still got another card in hand. This will give me a better idea, though. All right, I'm gonna try it. Let's try Time Warp, see if he has another counter. He doesn't. Okay, so I get another turn through. What I'm really hoping for here is to... So that should be, I mean... That should mean that I can get this through. Do a sleight of hand. Okay. I'm assuming he doesn't have a counter now since he didn't counter that extra turn. Unless he just decided it wasn't a big deal. Nope, okay, that's good. I got that through. So, the reason that's good is I just filled up my hand with a lot of really good stuff. A lot of really good stuff. And that's gonna start playing a big role coming up here. All right, let's see what he does this turn. I'm gonna be forced to discard 3 cards. We are going to go with, that's not really big for me. Neither is that. And let's just get rid of an island as well. All right, well that was huge, guys. That was absolutely tremendous. Plays another favorable wins. Still, he's holding on to that one card that he refuses to show me. Alright, so I've got 8 though, which means I can cast a 5 cast and still have the 3 for a cancel in return. So what's really going to be big here is we're going to bribery him. Okay. I've got to do this quick here. I can get an 8/7 flying. I'm gonna get the Sky Summoner. This is probably the most important card with this deck. Just the combos that she can do is absurd with that. And then I'm also going to Sleight of Hand right now. Gets me a 3/3 in play. Because of the Talrand, I got another Talrand. You have no idea. If I get that in play too, that is huge. And I'm going to save my 2 mana. I'm not going to play the Fog Bank because I'm going to threaten a mana leak. Maybe he doesn't know what's in my hand, so I could have a mana leak. And that potential threat is pretty big. So it might potentially stop him from playing something if he sees just my 2 untapped islands here. So getting him in play was a pretty big advantage. I mean, a really, really big advantage. All right. So right now I'm liking the odds here. I'm liking the odds. Still though, it's anyone's game. It really is. Another one of these. I'm gonna play the other Talrand. I have a counter to counter his counter if he tries to. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. Oh man, guys, you have no idea. I am a doofus. That is so stupid. So I completely forgot that they are legendary, which means that only one can be in play at a time. And I just killed my own Talrand. And the one that was in play. They canceled. They killed each other. Well, that is super fail. Luckily, I can write a replication with Kicker and get a ton of cards back in the future, but that really, really blows, to be honest with you. What I am going to do is I'm going to repulse his 2/4. Just want to get some damage through. Draw a card. And now I can attack at least. Oh, that really, really stinks. That really, really stinks. I can't believe that I did that. Well, laugh it up, guys. I just really screwed myself there. I took a huge advantage that I had and kind of nixed it. That stings. That stings badly. Place the Fog Bank back. Plays that. All right. Which I am going to bounce one back to his hand. Which means it just disappears. Well, I screwed myself terribly. You guys, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I had the game. I really did. It's still not over, but that really, really hurts. All right, so what I'm gonna do right now is I can write a replication with Kicker. He cannot counter. I'm gonna do it to this, and I'm gonna get tons of cards back right now. So let's go ahead and get back a bribery. And then another one comes into play. And we get back... Do I have 2 briberies? Huh? A write a replication. We get back... So we did a bribery, we did a right of replication. Let's do... I'm running out of time here. Let's do a mana leak. A time warp. And... we could just do another time where we could do a flow of ideas. Okay. So we got a ton of cards back, which is good. I also have some attacking creatures now, which is also good. I could throw down a Curiosity. Why not, I guess. Well, I did really, really screw myself, but the game's still not over. So, yeah, I'm so mad. Time to move on, right? Yeah. Let's see what he has. Plays the Kraken. Still has that one card in hand, which he refuses to show me. All right, we're gonna go for another bribery here against him. Now I am surprised. All right, so gonna bribery again. And this time, I'm gonna get one of these and play the 8/7 flyings. Okay. And then we are going to say, let me do my attack phase. I could attack with these guys and get a little bit of damage through. He'd block 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'd get 2 damage through. And he would kill off 2 of them as well. But that's okay, I'm gonna get 2 damage through. Damage through. All right. What is going on? What is taking so long? Thank you. And then I'm going to attempt time warp to get another turn, which I am able to do. And then I'm gonna Rite of Replication. This is not gonna go through, there's no way. I'm gonna try to Rite of Replication with Kicker. The 9/8 flying. Oh, well, that might be the game there, and after my huge blunder, I am happy that it looks like I'm gonna get a win. But that was yeah, it was really a shame what happened. I mean, this game would have been even more lopsided than it is now. So I was able to Rite a Replication with Kicker, the 9/8, and now I have 5 more of them in play. That's what you saw happen. Wow, why is he losing his Drake? That's weird. He didn't have to block with this. He could have just blocked with the 2/4. I mean, I guess I made mistakes this game too, so I'm not going to rail on him for that. But we're just going to throw him in play just because. And this should be the victory here, this coming turn. Unless he's got something that's just unreal. He's going to bounce back one of my 9/8s. And actually, I think he bounced back his, so it goes to his hand. Return target permanent to owner's hand. So I think he just bounced back his to his own hand, is what just happened, I believe. Maybe wrong, though. Yeah, no, that's what happened. He's going to Rite of Replication, but without Kicker, so he only gets 1 of them. So it's still the win to me this turn. Look at that. Look at that. How funny is that? I can Rite a Replication with Kicker again. We're going to hold off on that for now, though, because we should just have the win, so let's just swing it through. Don't want to risk anything too crazy here. Swing with all these guys here. Well, pretty crazy game, I'd say, huh? There it is. For the win. All right, guys, great. Great. How's about one more match? Sounds good to me, too. What the hell is he doing? There we go. There's the victory. Even with my gigantic mistake, my super facepalm moment. All right, I'm going to try the white deck now. Peacekeepers. I'm almost thinking that he's going to try something to like counter the deck that he just played against. I just want to try a different deck. We'll see if he sticks with the deck that he just played with or if he has something new. It is going to be my turn first. Opening hand looks to be pretty decent. So this deck's all about doing lots of damage fast. And we're going to keep this hand opening up with the 1/1. Now when it dies, I get a 1/1 flying creature into play. So pretty good start. The next turn, I've got the 2/2 Intimidate can only be blocked by white creatures. I've got a Pacifism to lock down one of his creatures, and Oblivion Ring to remove a non-land permanent from play, to exile it. He plays the green deck, so let's see how quick he's able to get things up and running here. which I know the answer to that. It's not that quick. Start off with the attack. And in my next main phase, I'll play the 2/2 Intimidate. So this goes through. He's down to 19. So I'm really liking my chances this game. I think this is gonna be a pretty easy victory because if he's playing the mono green deck, it's got a little bit of ramp up time. His first two big things are gonna get locked down by me immediately. He plays a Nature's Lore, which lets him get a forest into play. So his first two big things are done. So I'm gonna be hitting him. He plays something, I'll lock it down with Pacifism, or exile it with Oblivion Ring. I mean, yeah, I don't know if those two are enough to win me the game with this damage that's going through each turn, but chances are pretty good. At the very least, he'll be down to like 5 HP by the time he starts to get himself in this game. So we'll see what happens. Now I drew a Raise the Alarm, lets me put 2/1/1 white tokens into play. I can do that as an instant. Alright, this is a 4/2, gets +1/+1 for each attacking creature. Before the end of his turn, I'm going to play Raise the Alarm. And then this next turn, I will lock him down with Pacifism. And I'll be able to swing for 5. So as you can see, looking really good for me. Or I can play this now. Let me lock him down with Pacifism. It's just a 4/2, but he could just block one of my 1/1s. I don't really want to give him the opportunity to get things rolling here. I just want to hit him for 5 right now and bring him down to 11. So I'm going to lock that down with Pacifism. Then hit him for 5. What are you doing? Thank you. He's being buggy. So 5 goes through. Now I'm assuming he's going to play something else this turn, so this turn, again, I'll get something else down with Oblivion Ring. I'll be able to exile it. And the next turn will be 5 and he'll be down to 6. He's going to play 3/3, 4/3, sorry. I will lock that down again rather than playing my Crusader. Can't do both, unfortunately. So we're going to lock him down again. Oblivion Ring, exiling his 4/3. And then we swing for 5 again. Now he's down to 6. Fortunately, this turn, he plays something. It's going to go through. Nothing I can do about it, but my response the turn after will be to play the Odd Trick of the Crusader. She gets power and toughness equal to the number of creatures I control. So when she comes into play, all these guys are here still. She's a 5/5. Now my big dilemma is going to be attacking this turn, even though I don't think it's much of a dilemma. I just need to do it. I'll be losing a creature since he's likely to play something, unless he got mana. Yeah, he got restricted by his mana. Well, that's really unfortunate for him. We're going to go ahead and play the Crusader. She's 5/5. I can play Squadron Hawk as well. We'll do this after the attack phase. Just want to see if he does something, I don't know. Not that it makes much of a difference. Swing for 5, he's down to 1. And he might think, okay, next turn if I can play this, I can still get in the game. No, he's dead no matter what. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna play the Squadron Hawk. When it's a 1/1 flying, when it comes into play, I get to search my library for all other Squadron Hawks. Get 2 more in the deck, so they go into my hand. And I don't see, unless he draws into a, he draws into a fog here. Plays a 4/5, that's not enough. And we get the win here against Megatron Vomit. He plays Prey Upon, which is good. Makes two creatures attack each other, so we just basically negated one of my creatures. But doesn't matter, because the win is in our hands. We'll just swing through for kill damage here. Maybe he's hoping that I mess up and don't attack or something. Who knows? Who knows what Megatron Vomit was thinking? Blocks the 4/5, my 5/5 with his 4/5. You know, I should have played a Squadron Hawk before I attacked. That was silly of me. He was tapped out, so I knew he lost no matter what. But I should have played a creature to pump up my Odric so that, you know. Actually, wait, no, it's a 5/5. He was I don't know, whatever. We won. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be sure to bring some more multiplayer footage to you guys in the future. Get to see 2 matches of 2 decks. I'll try to do something like that again next time. Just show 2 different decks and some multiplayer action. All right, thanks for watching. If you like the content, please be sure to subscribe. And as always, keep watching and keep owning.